I'm here with Saints and Lady Saints head tennis coach Brett Bridel. First year here at Seward County Community College. Coach, how are things going today?
Going well today.
Coach, why don't you just tell us a little bit? We haven't talked at all about you. Probably the fans and the community doesn't know a whole lot about you. Tell us a little about yourself.
I've been around college tennis for 30 plus years. I played college tennis. I've been basically coaching at every level from NCAA Division I, Division II, NAIA briefly, and back to junior college. I started as a head coach at a junior college, and now I'm come full circle back at a junior college again.
And it sort of seems that you were pretty successful, especially in the early 2000s. You had quite the team over there. You coached at DuPage, correct?
Yes.
And you guys won back-to-back national championships. You were named Coach of the Year. A lot of good things going on, huh?
Yeah, those were good years. We had some really good committed players, and all worked out well for us.
Mm-hmm. And your last spot was over at Lewis, is that right? Lewis University?
Yes.
Okay. And how did things go over there?
I was there for 14 years. Kind of took over a program that was almost non-existent. The men's tennis team hadn't won a conference tennis match in 7 years, so they were definitely on the downside. But a lot of hard work, good recruiting, great assistance, and we kind of turned it around, and we're a program to be reckoned with in Division II.
Right, and so now, like you sort of said, you sort of came back. Going through all the things, what's basically the differences between the other divisions and junior college?
To be honest, it's all tennis. It's all college tennis. It's the same things. You got to work hard. You got to be committed to fitness and to the mental part of the game, and be willing to be coached and trying to get better every day. That's really what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're originally from Illinois, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so, basically being at a small school, small town, is that a difference for you, or you've been all around, and so therefore big, small, in between, doesn't make a difference to you?
That has been a change. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it definitely has changed from coming from the suburbs of Chicago. We're pretty crowded, and just the community the city that I'm from has over 200,000 people, and so there is an adjustment. It's different, but it's nice. So it's all good.
Okay, so Coach, talk a little bit about this team and the Saints and the Lady Saints. What have you seen so far? First full season with them. I mean, first semester, right?
Right.
And so how are things going so far?
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment. Anytime you're taking over a program both for the players and for the coach, and then to be taking it over in the middle of the school year, even makes it even more difficult. There wasn't a coach since last June, so there was a period there certainly for the whole fall semester, no tennis coach, and so that adjustment becomes a little harder. And we've been working through that. There's been the struggles of that with the change and things like that, and we're just working through it every day, trying to do the best we can.
But just sort of moving forward, just like anything else, I suppose. But I guess that you would say that there's a lot of potential there and a lot of progress some progress that you're seeing so far.
Yes. One of the reasons I chose to come here, not only from my experience meeting with Dan and other administrators, the support and for the tennis program, for all the athletics here. We can be successful if the coach does their job recruiting and the players do their job working hard. The teams can be successful here, and so that was one of the draws and what I expect to have happen.
Talk about some of the players over this year. I mean, what have you seen in terms of some of the players so far?
Yeah, there's some kids who are super committed and have some talent, and there's other ones that are working hard to improve every day, and proud of those people. It's a grind. Tennis is a tough sport, one-on-one battles, and there's really no one else to turn to. It's just you out there, and so that's the challenge of the sport. I think it's a great part of the sport, but that's what we've been working through.
What's basically been your philosophy as a coach? Obviously, you said you had played. Did you take some of that with you, and have you sort of adjusted that and sort of taken some more fine tunes? What's your approach to coaching?
Yeah, I'm really about communication. I think if as long as the communication's open between the coach and the players, and they're willing to come and speak, that's a good start. You got to be able to have those open lines of communication. Obviously, trust is another important part for me. They need to trust me. I need to trust them. And then just hard work. I kind of growing up in sports, it was about I was being pushed to work hard from my parents, and so it's kind of carried over while I was a player, a coach. I'm still really into this working hard, trying to outwork everyone else, and I think that's really what we're trying to get across to the players.
What have you seen so far? I don't know if you've done any kind of scouting looking at the Jayhawk, and I know that you guys have played Pratt, and tomorrow we actually get a great game. We're here at home at Blue Bonnet Park at 1 o'clock playing Barton County. Have you scouted them at all?
I've seen the results. I haven't, when I get to see these teams for the first time, it really is the first time for me. I haven't seen the competition in a long time. I coached back in the early 2000s in junior college, and I knew obviously the powerhouse programs back then with Tyler, Colin, and some of the programs that actually are no longer in existence in Texas. But so I've scouted like the results, the things I see online, but when I get to see them and get to see the players and things like that, that's important for me.
Okay, so so far this year, have you been sort of pleased with the progress that the team is making? And I know that they've been struggling and all, but still, are you sort of like happy with the way things are going so far?
Yeah, it's just it's a struggle, and you just got to work through it. That's part of life, and this is just I think sports is a great way to learn things about life and how to deal with adversity and things like that. And we're dealing with it. We don't have enough players on the men's side. We just barely have enough on the girls. So when someone's out for injury or any other reason, we don't have enough. And and I'm a huge person that believes in competition. And so obviously when the rosters are bigger, you're pushing people and somebody wants your spot, and that's a good thing as well. So we're kind of missing those things. But again, it's just every day, get out there, grind, try to get better each day. That's what we're doing.
But at the same time, too, like you sort of said, adversity sort of builds a lot of maturity going over there, makes it tougher, and so therefore I guess that can't be anything but bad, right?
Right. Yeah, trying to build character at the same time. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, the Saints and Lady Saints play at Blue Bonnet Park against Barton on Tuesday against Barton again, and get a chance to go see the team live at the park. Come on out and support them. Give them some cheering. And Coach, good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.